Alright, hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday evening. It's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. We just watched a movie last night, but we're gonna stream again. Cause why not? Cause you want to know why? Because 40K is such a good game, and and wow, I love looking at Space Marines. I can't wait to see more Space Marines. It's one thing, being part of the 40K hobby, because let's just call it that. There's 40K, and then there's those other games that no one cares about that are just sad. Everyone knows 40K is really life, right? If you don't 40K, then I don't know what's wrong with you. You're not part of the monoculture, and you need to be stopped. Okay, stop it. Get some help, because there's nothing quite like looking at another Space Marine and going, wow, I can't wait to see what strength heavy bolters are in this edition, because they change so often. Yeah, it's good times, guys. So, anyways, unfortunately, I'm here stuck painting these really highly detailed metal miniatures from Corvus Belli, Defiance. So, hope you how's it going, Spaz? Hope you're enjoying your Thursday evening. But yeah, we're gonna be painting some Defiance. No, this is not the first set of Defiance I've painted, but this one has a heavy bolter. Okay, it's just like a Longfang, guys. It's what this is. This is peak level Space Marine things. Okay, if I can't hit a like button for looking at a Space Marine online, what am I doing online? Honestly, what? Just I can't wait for 10th edition 40K, when when the next set of codexes come out and I get to play Space Marines again. It's This is what I really want from my wargaming experience, and I can't wait to throw thousands of dollars at another set of Space Marines. I can't stop myself, all right? This is a lifestyle, folks, and the more I get to talk about Space Marines, then the more diversity we have in the Space Marine. All right, fine. Let's just paint. Damn it. I do like this miniature, though. I forget his name. It's, hold on, I got it. What is his name? It is this guy. Kangao. Kangao. I don't know how to say it. I'm just butchering the name. Hey, what's up, Michael? Welcome to the feed. Hope you guys enjoyed my title. You got to do something stupid today, right? I mean, that's the point of this. Okay, so here's an interesting way to get at orange, right? So I started with a contrast paint. I did my whole undercarriage thing, and then I started with a contrast paint. So we started with Iyanden yellow, and then there's all kinds of cool things you can do, right? You can use, if we were going more red, we can use like a candy red type shader, which is honestly kind of cool. What we're going to use instead, though, is we're going to use this Meng color, which is just an interesting thing. Let me show you what this looks like, because this is just a weird substance. They call it a clear. I got my wet palette on screen there. They call it a clear. It's got its own mixing ball. And just look at the surface tension on this stuff. Look at this. So I'm going to put it right here. Look at that. It's like a bead. See that? that thing just sits there. And I don't even know what you're supposed to do with it at that consistency. You know, I did do flow improver at some point. You can do flow improver and that just knocks it straight down. Another thing you can do, glaze medium, which will give it additional leveling and give it a little bit of transparency. So I think I'm going to try, I think we're going to go glaze medium. All right, so let's do glaze medium. Got off work today. All right, you're going to Chicago. Sounds like fun. Right? Chicago's not, it's not too cold this time of year. What are you going to be doing in Chicago? You going to a Guild Ball tournament or something? All right. So a little bit of orange there. All right, I'm going to move this back off screen. Or you could go orange ink. This is the other option. Right? So anyways, I like this. I like being able to apply orange this way because you can kind of build it. You can build it to, you know, any sort of strength and hue that you want. And you can see what it does too with the glaze medium is it likes to kind of leave that edge off, right? Guys, this is my Imperial Fish Space Marine. Oh man. We'll test the dislike button. Hopefully the dislikes still work. You know, there was a rumor going around that YouTube was talking about dropping the dislike button. And I was like, that was so depressing. You gotta have the dislike button. Come on. See, I really like how that is going down. That's nice, right? Because you can see how it just naturally, as I'm applying it, it naturally pulls thin right at the edges. So it kind of likes to do its own. It likes to do its own edging, which is cool, right? And then because it's a glaze, you got plenty of open time, or I'll call it working time, to kind of get this to look. Dealing with the lure thing in Guild Ball, Wisconsin. Oh, cool. Cool. Lure thing doesn't sound as fun, but the Guild Ball definitely sounds like fun. So good luck with the Guild Ball thing. And the lure thing. I haven't been to Chicago in years now. So sad that the one time we were going to get a crew together and play in a team tournament, well, you know what happened. The one time. How sad is that? How depressing is that? All right. Okay. So building a little bit of orange here, right? Normally, like if that was just contrast paint and I tried to go back in like that, I would have wrecked that pretty hard. But this looks pretty good. Right, and this Meng color stuff is really unusual. It's a really unusual paint. Like I kind of want to play around with it a little bit more because it does weird stuff. But I gotta admit, for the most part, I really kind of like what it does. Especially when you're dealing with a kind of a, you know, with a more vibrant color like this orange. Right, you get yourself a nice formula for doing orange armor like this. This will fill up one of my heavy weapon slots. Okay. All right. So working on this dude here. Let's. I want to tone down this part of the armor here because it's kind of like a black gray underneath there. So I think I'm going to go Basilicanum gray. I think that's what we're going to do. If I can find some. Yeah, I definitely need to get the boys back together here, Michael. Play some more Guild Ball. Played some Guild Ball a couple of weeks ago with Thomas just to shake the rust off. I gotta be honest with you. If I'm not playing Guild Ball like once a week, I'm bad at that game. I mean, I'm fairly bad at it already, but I'm especially bad if I'm not playing like once a week. Here's a guy in Seattle, ex-Magic designer, bought 4 of every guild. Is going to start a new meta up there. Is that the guy that was buying some teams off of me? Was it the same dude? Andrew, I think his name is? If so, I like Andrew. He's a good guy. Either way, if it's that guy or not that guy, he's a good dude. Yeah, yeah. I would love to go up there and game with him. He bought some of my teams off of me, and in fact, I was gonna sell him more teams. Um, Also, I think I was trying to get him to see if he wanted to have Lex paint a team for him, but he kind of backed out of that one, which I totally understand, right? But I told him I may have a Navigators team for him to buy at some point. I like this undercoat kind of strategy I have now because it makes, once you actually get the nice outlining and all that done, the rest of this is pretty nice. Like it's not bad to deal with once you get that done. It's looking pretty good. Right? I know it's not a Space Marine, so if you're a little disappointed by that, I understand. All right. Just making sure I get all the surfaces here. My Basilicanum Gray is starting to get wrecked pretty hard. I probably need to go and replace it at some point. Yeah, it's good to see people kind of, take up the reins and build a community for themselves, whether that be Guild Ball or any of the other games. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling Andrew my my sci-fi themed engineers, because that would be fun, right? Be fun to I had a lot of fun painting them and putting them together, but for me they never quite interested me much beyond that. Like I played a couple of games with them and I was like, you know. All right, look pretty good. Let's do some uh, let's do some neon green, right? Let's do some neon green. Well, fluorescent green here from AK Interactive. I'm just gonna apply this in some parts. And I'm just going to use, in this case, I will just use a little bit of flow improver. So Michael, you've been playing all kinds of different guilds. The last time I saw you, what guild are you running right now? What's kind of what's your main project right now, guild-wise? Is it Space Wolves, Dark? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, and then we'll. So some green in here. And that neon green you can kind of lay on kind of thick if you want. And then, let's see. No. No. Let's go to the little black back there and on the gun itself. Right? Well, actually, what are we doing? Probably orange, honestly. And then I gotta kind of do his, he's got like a peach fuzz hairdo that I need to address. Right? Let that dry for a sec. Anyone in the chat join me for Kung Fu last night? Watching, what's the name of that movie we saw? Secret. The guy with secret Kung Fu or something? One of those. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty. Whew, I gotta sneeze. I've been having allergies. Hold on. Whew. I need to sneeze. I need to sneeze. I got the burning on my nose and I need to sneeze. It's fine. Alright. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Okay. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Right. So I'm just gonna put that peach fuzz hairdo, right, the little high and tight. Actually looks quite good. That gray looks quite good. We'll let it dry for a second. And then we'll do another layer on there. Okay. And then let's do another layer of this orange. because we got it. Right. So you want that orange to kind of live and blossom back up all up in here. There we go. And then let's do a little bit of green right in here. Okay. All right. Pretty good. Did I manage to get that done? Let's do another layer of that gray, right? There we go. There we go. Trying to get your cook's badge. Cool. All right. Yeah, you wrecked me pretty well with the cooks last time we played. Okay. You're number 2 in the world right now with the cooks. That's awesome. Okay. Cannot get that to actually. His hair's looking a little too patchy. You might play farmers. How do you? What is your opinion of the state of the Guild Ball community? Right, we're kind of in a rebuilding phase. And I guess I would be curious to know personally how well you think it's going. You know, do you think there's enough people holding it up to try to, you know, keep the fever alive? Oh man, this guy's he's got all kinds of patchy hair problems right now. It's pretty funny actually. We do some Grange festival teams. Grange seems like really fun right now because of the footballing. I mean, that should surprise nobody that I like the footballing, that I would like a footballing farmers team. Did I ever show you that really awesome bushel, alt bushel that I found? It's a great model from the Reaper Black series. The secret tenderizer technique on me. All right. So that's where we are there. Let's give that guy a break. Let's move over to another one here. Okay. So we're gonna work on her a little bit and Billy. Right. So this is pretty simple once we get to this stage, right? Because now we're just blocking color. the main thing, the main deal is we got it. We want to get this. We want to get that red correct on her, right? So there's a really fine line of red right here. Okay, that's kind of her pants and how. Right, that's the start of her pants right there. It's very thin. Red next to white, always a little bit of a problem. You got to watch out for color bleeding into the white section. Okay. And then we have a bunch, and then really this area here, this is all red to there, right? So the red kind of stops right there, right? Oh, I think I may have pushed that up a little further than I wanted to. No, it's fine. Looks okay. Okay. These Defiance minis are fantastic. The detail is phenomenally good, and this is one of the rare instances where I'm actually going to praise Corvus Belli in terms of how they broke the miniature down, whereas they usually do it in really excruciating manner, so the assembly is going to be a massive pain. But this is one of those instances where it's not. It ends up not being, the worst thing in the world to deal with. And Defiance is just a fantastic game. Like, Defiance is great. Strongly recommend it to you if you have somebody who backed the Defiance Kickstarter and you have the opportunity to play a game of it. Definitely recommend. Okay. So we're gonna get this red down for her. And for Billy, Kung Fu movie we saw last night was really good. I really did enjoy it. It's really got my appetite back for watching classic Kung Fu movies, which is a big time hobby of mine back in the day. And I can even kind of tolerate it while I'm painting, because you can get a dub of it and look up every once in a while and just start laughing at the awesomeness of the Kung Fu that's about to happen. Billy's pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Okay. the interesting thing here is that I'll be working on, essentially I'll be working on 2 different sets of Defiance for 2 different clients. And they're gonna look very similar. It's kind of the funny thing is we were gaming last week, and yeah, you know, 2 of my buddies are their clients, and I painted their Aristea, both of their Aristea, and they put, one of them put his Aristea miniature out, and the other one put his Aristea miniature out. It was the same thing, and they looked at it and they're like impressed at how consistent I was, you know, in my style. So they get like, oh wow, these, you know, these miniatures look almost identical, like they were painted, you know, in a factory or in an assembly line. You know, and that's just that was just a praise of my consistency, I suppose. This miniature has a very simple design. I mean, I know he's just a remote, but he's a great looking remote. Wow, this lady put you on hold. Sounds terrible. Whoa. Messed up. Messed up. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay. Gotta break out the eraser. This is why you gotta be careful with red. Red can be tricky. I'm gonna use that to erase the red. There we go. Alright. So I guess what I'll do is I'll paint up Billy here real quick, and then come back and finish Jazz. Jasmine is her name, the hacker character. Right now, the World Championships, those get done, and we are in errata for some of the Trouble models, and we get some STL files for the next guild to be released in July, August. Check out Longshanks right now. You can get Veteran Captain Dirge. I saw that. Yeah, I saw a picture of Veteran Captain Dirge today. Okay. And I'm gonna want some Andrea blue, or maybe even like an aqua blue. In this case, yeah, let's use an aqua blue. Someone's writing lore. That's cool, man. I like that we're keeping the dream alive. I like that. I do need to get my next tournament scheduled. But yeah, it's probably going to be, let me see if I can look at, let me look at dates at Comic Quest. See if Kelly will hold me a spot. So simple, and yet very cool model. You're sending some ideas for a commemorative coin card to be made as a celebration of your. Oh, that's cool. Whoa, I got a hangnail here I gotta deal with. I do love the coins. All right, so okay, nice quiet little evening to paint. I'm really not going to be on that long, folks, but figured why not? Let's just do a little stream, you know, or a little April Fool's stream. All right. Only a few of these left. A few of these Defiance minis I've got left to do. All right. Okay, Blood Angel. Okay. Anyone have any questions, comments, or threats? Still doing okay? All right. Let's finish Billy and Jazz at the same time. Jazz actually doesn't need a whole lot to be done. If I can find. I'll give her that little blue highlight in her hair that's really cool looking. Oh, and there's also the matter of, yeah. Hold on. I think I can get. We can get Jazz mostly done. The hacker is pretty important in the if you're playing Defiance. The hacker character. So much of each mission success really does help to have a hacker. All right. Looking pretty good so far. I'm just trying to correct this right there, which we just did. That looks great. Okay. Good. And now we can paint little bits of blue. Right. We just use the same exact palette that we use on Billy. Okay. And we're going to keep these paint styles pretty basic because I don't think Jose really wants like display level quality here. We're just gonna let's do what we do. Okay, pretty good. And then we're gonna water down that blue, make myself a fake little wash out of it, and we're gonna use some of that there on the hand. The folks I know held on to their teams because they love the memories of playing. Yeah. Yeah, I sold Alex my early season 4 Alchemist team, which was nice. It has all the spell effects and stuff on it. It's really cool. But obviously I kept my Wu-Tang themed team, especially since you sent me dice for it. Okay. Pretty happy with that so far. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, not mad at that. All right. Starting to go kind of quick here. Just blocking these out. Oops. Is that right? No. No. Yeah. I wouldn't. I'm not planning on holding on to all my teams. I do have a resin Masons team that I have not even cracked open. Mainly because I've been super busy with work and with commissions. That just hasn't been top of list lately. Yeah, the one with the spell effects. So yeah, that's in Andrew's collection now, and he can enjoy those with the meta that he builds up. So I'm really happy that they get to see the pitch again. All right, we'll do that. So I'm gonna wrap these up tomorrow, probably. I'll wrap them up tomorrow, and then my next commission, it sounds like, is gonna be Malifaux. So project work coming in nice and steady, and it's helping me pay the bills. So that's good. All right. Oh, thanks for the compliment, dude. Um, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be. I do plan on painting some more Guild Ball stuff, but I'm really kind of, as far as teams are concerned, I really only stick to a couple of teams. So, oh gosh, that did not work out. His little, it looks that did not work out so well. Let me see if I can make this look a little bit better. Still working on his hair. There's a resin union team at Comic Quest that I see sitting there, and it bugs me sometimes. I'm like, man, I kind of do want to paint a union team. That would be fun. I don't want to play a union team. I have no interest in running them anymore. I used to play them for a bit, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Looks like we got. I mean, it's not quite what we wanted, but okay. I'll let that dry. Let's time is it 10? It's not too bad. Let's see if we can just paint for an hour. Okay, that leaves Uma. All right. So Uma here with brown hair. And she's got like blue. Looks like blue is the primary armor color. Right, so I'm going to want to have a fairly light blue going down. So we're going to, I guess what I'll do is I will thin some Talassar blue. We'll thin it. And we'll start our treatment that way. So are you planning on going to Seattle to go play in that meta there that Andrew was trying to start up? Does not seem light enough. Maybe I have to mix it with some white. Yeah, maybe I can desaturate it a little bit. Right? Maybe I mix it up with a little apothecary white. Let's try it. Might be getting a bonus from work. Oh, nice. Finally pick up Aristea. Nice. I am quite fond of Aristea. It's a really nice... what I will say about Aristea is that it's a really nice, kind of convenient game. It's the most convenient game for my life right now, I'll say that. Right, because like, I wanted a lunchtime game. So being able to set up and play a game in an hour with very little table space required is quite nice. So, and then, and when you do sit down to paint it, you have a lot. It's just a lot of fun to paint too. So the game has a ton going for it, and it's super fun. They're not adding, what I like right now is they're doing something that I actually am in favor of. They've announced that they're not going to be adding new characters for a season. They're just going to release alt skins. And I love that move. I absolutely love that move, because that means that we're going to get these really fun alt designs to paint and add to your collection, and you're not falling behind if you don't buy it for a while. Corvus Belli, it looks like they kind of diversified out a bit with Defiance and with the latest Infinity rule set, and I will just come out and tell you right now, I do not like the Infinity rule set, and I tried very hard to like Infinity. I just don't. It's just not a game that I'm interested remotely in playing. But I will always enjoy painting it, as with all the other Corvus Belli stuff. I just think it's fantastic to paint. Right, this stuff is really nice. This is Corvus Belli, easily one of the best metal miniature makers out there. Let's see. If Andrew invites me, yeah, why not fly up? Might be a bit hard since you work. Yeah, okay. I'm sure Andrew would not mind more people coming to play. If I had the spare cash and the ability to leave my kids for a weekend, I would consider it. Let's see. I know that it's super compact and self-contained. If you have to recommend one extra blister to add, what would it be? Well, okay, so if we're talking Aristea, and if you want to, you buy the starter kit, obviously, and you're asking me, like, if you're going to add one set, what would it be? And I actually made this recommendation to Thomas a little earlier today. In my opinion, and again, opinion only, I think the single best expansion, if you're going to buy only one expansion for Aristea, is Soldiers of Fortune. Soldiers of Fortune is, I think, is good enough. It's the single best expansion, in that it is the four-man team that you get in Soldiers of Fortune, I think, is just a strong team, flat out. Right? It's kind of, think like oh shoot, oh man, I'm so embarrassed. The Guild Ball. Think the Mason 6 from the Guild Ball Season 3 starter set, right? Kickoff 6 Masons. That's Soldiers of Fortune. They're that good. Like, you could, if you had another friend who already owned Aristea, and you just want to play with that friend, you could literally just buy Soldiers of Fortune and you'd be good. Right? You could play that four-man team and do reasonably well with them. And I feel like that's a stronger four-man team than Smoke and Mirrors. So I would rank the four-man expansions thusly. Soldiers of Fortune, number 1. Smoke and Mirrors would be number 2. And then Human Fate would be number 3. They would go in that order. as much as I love the characters in Human Fate is actually my favorite expansion, but I would not from a, hey, I want to play and I want to play this kind of self-contained thing and I can only buy one. I would still put Soldiers of Fortune above it just because those characters you get they're just top to bottom awesome. And there's arguably in Smoke and Mirrors and definitely in Human Fate, you kind of have some characters that are like, yeah, I don't see myself ever seriously fielding this model. Right? But Soldiers of Fortune, the only character that you can really kind of argue that you may not field would be Hannibal, but he's still really good. Right? He's kind of a battery that just has this passive buff going all the time. It's a great support character, and he buffs the team with orange dice, which is a big deal. And that's what I would consider to be the weakest character in that set, to give you an idea. Right? So that's how, in my opinion, that's how strong Soldiers of Fortune are. Not to mention, they even have their own medal set. So, if you don't like the minis that much, if you come back and go, oh, I like Soldiers of Fortune to play, but I want some metal minis. Well, there's a full Soldiers of Fortune metal mini set. There's also alt sculpts for currently alt sculpts for Lakshmi and Valkyrie that exist outside that metal set. So yes, I know it took me a long time to just answer that, but yes, Soldiers of Fortune. There you go. That's your answer, from me anyway. At least the guys locally here don't disagree with me. They've all said the same thing. Soldiers of Fortune. That's what you get. Okay. Okay. Looking pretty good. Let's do some wildwood here. Right there on the belt there. And then let's just strap down. I guess it's a full kind of thigh holster like that. Yeah, great question, by the way. This is... I don't understand. What? What? Okay, so these black chaps are there. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Let's get some Polypus Pink. This is the character I play currently in the campaign. So Uma Sorensen, she's the gunner. So she's basically the RDPS, right? Now, when we're normally playing, MMOs or party-based games, I typically like to play the tank. That's my favorite. That's my go-to. I want to play the tank. In this case, I jumped for this model just because I think it was one of the only models left of my options. And it's a great looking model. So, really nice looking model. Okay. Her face looks so innocent. Don't hurt me. But she's a pretty badass actually. Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So, gray here. Right? Gray there. Gray here. Gray here. Gray here. Okay. Okay. And then a lot of this is going to be black, actually. Let's do gray right there. Yeah, a lot of this will end up being black. Let's do gray right here. Okay. Pretty cool. Now there's a black Templar. Right, so black here, black here. All right. Any more questions, comments, or threats? Cool. All right. So I'm looking forward to painting the rest of Defiance, so that I do want to see like a fully painted game of Defiance, because it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. Okay. You can see, looking pretty good. We're making pretty good time, right? Because we're at about an hour painting, and we're just about done with the color blocking. All right, Arcalian green. Kind of washes out this model a little bit because of all the blue, but it's okay. You know, that's what happens. You commit to a basing scheme. It happens. All right. So now we can go ahead and start painting a little black victory lap on these. Nice quiet evening here on YouTube. But that's good. It's good to get these done. Okay. And gotta love Billy. Billy's just awesome. So really, I'm going to come in, hit the details, and then really, at that point, hit the details, and then it's seal them all up. And we're good to go. Ready for the next commission here. Like I said, commissions have been keeping me very, very busy. All right. Appreciate, by the way, Michael, appreciate you helping keep Lex busy. She's got some other commissions too that she's working on, but on the miniature side, you've been really a nice boost for her confidence and for her experience. So appreciate it. All right. All right. I mean, we're gonna just let these dry, and we're a little over an hour, but that's fine. We were able to get all the major color blocking done. Let me go ahead and put the rest of the Defiance minis back on here, because the next thing to do is to seal up all of these things. In fact, I got to seal up the goat that I painted a couple weeks ago. So if you wanted to see what that looks like, there's the Malifaux goat, the robot goat, which is super fun. Had a lot of fun painting that. Let's get that off there. Okay. Yeah, and then it's just, from here, it's just a matter of sealing these up, getting them to the client, and on to the next one. Defiance is a fantastic set to paint. Super fun to paint. Had no complaints whatsoever. Okay, maybe I didn't like her color scheme much, but it's just odd, right? It's a cool enough sculpt, but it's just odd. Anyway, yeah, so that is going to do it for this stream. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.